In this episode, I'm bringing you guys this video. Oh my god, I'm bringing you guys the second episode of my third episode of the Road to the Super Bowl series where I'm rolling with the Redskins, as you guys know it. And this is game 2. And in this game, I take on the Green Bay Packers. This is the first play of the game. In the first play of the game, I throw an interception, which he returns for a pick six. So, yeah. And in the very next play after that, I'm going to have a return right here with, it looks like Pierre Garcon. I'm going to cut left, cut right. And he's just about to tackle me, but, oh, he wipes him out. Just a crazy series of events. His own teammate wipes him out and keeps him from getting that tackle. But on the very next drive, he's able to drive downfield. Right here, I'm able to bring him down at the 6-yard line or so. But he's able to get the read option with Aaron Rodgers because I missed the tackle, and he gets a easy touchdown there. So, anyway, this guy was a pretty tough opponent. He wasn't as what do I call it? He wasn't as like he wasn't as respectful as my last opponent, is the way I want to say it. Just because, well, we'll talk about more about this at the end of the video. But, anyways, he is a good opponent though. He was really tough, as you can see right here. I have to go for it, or I'm not going for it, but he definitely challenged me, and so yeah, just all around good opponent. And anyways, I'm sorry. Hold on, there it is. So anyways, I spent roughly 30 minutes trying to set up what I wanted my what I like, just finding around the league things to talk about, kind of getting so you get the idea of what happened in week 1. And so yeah, I have all that information ready for you guys, so let me just pull that up. Okay, first. I really wish you did the division better, but I think that, I really should have broke down the division. I think that in the Vikings, Packers, Lions, Bears divisions, I didn't know this stuff. I think this is the, NFC North, I believe. I think the Vikings are going to lead that division because they have Adrian Peterson. They won, in week 1 they won 27-26 versus the Lions. A very good team, and they were able to keep them to 26 points. For an online game, that's a low amount of points for the Lions. My reasoning is just because they have Adrian Peterson. I also believe the Packers will make the playoffs. They'll be second place in that division. They lost 42-52 against the 49ers. The reason I think that they will make the playoffs still, though, is because they barely lost to a really tough team who have a really good user playing them. One of my good friends who controls the 49ers. And Rodgers had 6 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. At that level of play, he should be able to make the playoffs fairly easily. So third in that division, I expect the Lions. I don't expect them to make the playoffs. Because last week they lost 26-27 against the Vikings. And the reason that they only lost by 1 point is because in the final seconds of the game, they went for a 2-point conversion and they failed. So the reasoning I think that they won't make the playoffs is because they didn't have a good running game, and or they couldn't stop the running game, and they didn't have good decision making. In last place in the division, I expect the Bears to fall because they did win 18-0 against the Bengals, but that was a sim game because they did not actually play their games. So I'm not sure if it's going to be in the league longer. For players that are inactive, I don't keep them in the league very long. I usually just let the other team play their computer because I figure if you're not going to play your games, you deserve the loss. So, yeah, I expect them to be in last place in that division, even though they won 18-0, that wasn't actually them playing. So, And the NFC South, I believe the New Orleans Saints will be in first place and they will make the playoffs. In week one, they won 48-34 against the Atlanta Falcons. The reason I think they'll make the playoffs is Breeze was near flawless and Sproles was a monster. In second place of the division, I believe the Falcons will land. In week one, they lost 34-48 against the Saints. So they just flip-flopped. And the reason I think they'll make it, because they had a great game by Matt Ryan. But I don't think they might playoffs just because they don't see playoff caliber stuff. I just didn't see. I think Chelsea played at a high level, but not good enough to be um, playoff worthy. So next up we have the Bucks. They lost 28-61 against the Jets. Um, I don't think they'll make playoffs because they got destroyed by an easy team. They also had 5 turnovers, 4 interceptions, and 1 fumble. You're not gonna win your games giving up turnovers. That's gonna be like the main thing that's gonna cost you games. And if you give up 5, you're just giving the other team a big advantage to blow you out, and that's exactly what the Jets did. So I don't think the Buccaneers will have a great season, but the Panthers, I believe, will be in last place. Since they did not play their game, I let the user play them, and they lost 0-45. Um, but the reasoning is because he didn't play the game, and that's a bad sign for things to come. If he doesn't start playing the game, he'll have to be replaced in the league. But not only that, he'll already have a bad record, so I don't expect him getting anywhere higher in the division. So at the top of my division, the NFC East, I believe, like I said, I don't know the divisions very well, but I know what they consist of. But anyways, in the NFC East, I believe I will top I believe I'll top my division. In week one, as you guys know, I won 45-24 versus the Eagles, and I made big plays, and I had to. Next up, I believe the Giants will be second, and win. They'll make playoffs as well. They won 35-17 against the Cowboys, and they have a great roster. Then I believe the Eagles and Cowboys will not make the playoffs in the division as they lost to us. You already know the scores, and they just couldn't get successful drives, and they couldn't stop the running game. And I think that's what cost them. So for the final division, I think the 49ers will top it just because they have a great team. I believe in second place will be the Seahawks because they have a great team as well. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I believe the 49ers are the only team making the playoffs in the division. And that the Cardinals Rams will have pretty much as bad a season as they will in real life. In the NFC or AFC North, I believe the Steelers will be in first as they had a big win over the Titans. After that, I don't think the Browns will go very far. Well, they might now because they got Russell Wilson, and they beat the Dolphins even without him. And I believe the Bengals and Ravens will both not make the playoffs because they're not playing their game, and you're gonna have to get replaced, and you're just gonna get that record. So Colts and Titans, and in this NFC South division, every single team lost their week one. So this was definitely a tough decision on how to rank them. I ranked the Colts and Titans both up there, and I also ranked them to make the playoffs. Definitely a risky decision, but a risky prediction, I should say. But I believe they both played well. They barely lost to very tough teams. And yeah, Texans and Jaguars both got blown out. And yeah, so I don't see anything going for them. Then in the NFC South, I believe. How much time do I have? About a minute. In the NFC South, I see the Bills winning the division and being the only team in this division to make the playoffs, as they won 41-26 against the Patriots, and they had an amazing mixture of running and passing with Jay Spiller and EJ Manuel. So although this is about to wrap up, I don't think the Jets, Dolphins, or Patriots will make the playoffs. They just didn't have good games. And last but not least, and for the final division, I think the Raiders and Chiefs will both make playoffs because they're great teams and they have great users controlling them. So that's pretty much it. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get it all in this video. It's really a lot of things to say. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.